All right, hello, seventh grade science class. This is my Ignite presentation on turtles. In my previous life, I was a field biologist, so this was before I started teaching. And one of my absolute favorite things to do was to go out and catch non-native turtles. Now, why would I be catching non-native turtles? Well, the thing about non-native turtles is, here are a bunch of red-eared sliders, is that they live a very long time. People get them as pets and they think they're great, and then they say, oh, these live a long time. They're dirty. They take a lot of work to care for. So I'm going to go down to the local pond and I'm going to release these turtles. So red-eared sliders on the left, spiny softshells on the right. One day when I was out at night, about 2 in the morning, we came upon a snapping turtle. This snapping turtle weighed about 30 pounds. So what we did is we dove down, we captured this snapping turtle that was running around in the muck. Terrifying to see a snapping turtle this big in the middle of the night. So there were two of us with flashlights on this turtle. My friend dove down, grabbed it by the tail, pulled it up. Now, why are these turtles so bad? Well, they outcompete native pond turtles. These are Western pond turtles, and they are threatened with endangerment because we have removed so much of their native habitat. So what we do with these native turtles is we measure their carapace, which is the top part, you measure their plastron, which is the bottom part, and then you measure the carapace depth, which you can see scientists doing here. So this is a tortoise. Tortoises are different than turtles in that they don't need to live in water. They don't have webbed uh, feet for swimming. So they measure them the same way, but we're not talking about tortoises today. Let's move back onto turtles. So as you can see, turtle anatomy, you can see that the spine is actually fused to the top of the shell. In my soft shell turtle in the classroom, that is a soft leathery shell. The spine is still fused to the top of its shell, but its shell isn't hard like other turtles. Now, these guys are really cool in the fact that they can actually absorb oxygen through their skin. They can't stay underwater forever, but they can hold their breaths for about 2 hours. Now, you notice that they have a really funny shaped nose and a really, really long neck. That neck is so that they can bury themselves in the sediment and reach up to breathe without predators being able to see them. The big problem with these guys is they do live for about 40 to 50 years. They get a lot bigger than native turtle species. So as you can see here, here is a full-grown adult spiny softshell turtle. It's a lot bigger than the one that I have. They get up to about 20 pounds and they live a really, really long time. Now, turtles lay eggs. When they lay eggs, they bury them in the sediment, wherever that is. They dig a nest, they bury it. Now, the cool thing about turtles is once they hatch, their sex is going to be determined by how warm the nest was. So at the top of the nest, it's usually warm. The bottom of the nest, it's usually cool. So the males will be at the top where the temperature is warmer. Females will typically stay at the bottom where it's colder. That's how they are determined to be sexed. Now, moving towards sea and ocean turtles. These guys are my favorite. When I lived in Hawaii and I was a scuba instructor, there was a green sea turtle cleaning area. So you can see on the backs that there's algae and growth on the back. So they swim down on the reef. The herbivorous fish will go and eat all the algae off the tops of their shells. And it's just absolutely amazing to see. Now, the big difference between sea turtles and freshwater turtles is sea turtles actually have extra nostrils underneath their eyes and it looks like they cry salt. That is a gland to remove salt from their body because they live in the ocean. They can't get rid of all the salt that they're absorbing all day being in the ocean, so they get rid of it through their tears. Now, people love to dive and snorkel with turtles, but you have to remember there is a $10,000 fine and possibly 5 years in jail if you're caught being too close to turtles. So we are going to run out of time here. As you can see, my Ignite presentation has almost been 5 minutes long. And I really hope to see before the end of my life a leatherback sea turtle in the wild. So have a wonderful day, and I hope you truly enjoyed my presentation